All right, that's it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Trudging Along.
Yeah, trudging along great.
Dave already sounds like he is just holding on for dear life here. My name's Trev.
Grasping at straws. My name's David.
Dave is grasping at straws, and we're just existing, guys, just like most of you listening, just kind of getting by day to day.
What is that? Floating through space.
We're floating through space. How you doing, buddy?
Not bad. Just hanging.
For anyone watching the video, we have matching colored T-shirts. I'm wearing a hoodie. So you can't really see mine, but it's a nice sky blue. Is that a Disney shirt you got on? Is that Mickey and Minnie I see?
Yeah, I've worn it before.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I bet they're Hellcats in the sack, hey?
Oh yeah, spitters.
Don't you think?
Spitters and quitters.
Because wasn't Walt Disney a bit of a freak?
I don't know.
I don't know. I love Tom Hanks' portrayal of him. Do you know that in that movie?
I never saw that movie.
Really, it's good. It's really good.
Never saw it. What were you gonna say? Finish your.
He wasn't so. Walt Disney was a huge smoker. Just loved the darts.
Oh yeah, didn't he smoke like like 3 packs a day or something?
Yeah, smoked like a chimney. But in that movie, because it was produced by Disney, they didn't want to show him smoking at all.
So that makes sense.
I think Tom Hanks fought for it, or maybe someone else fought for it. The director, maybe, I don't remember who did, but there is a part in the movie where he's not actually smoking, but he's like moving his hand away from his mouth and then putting out a cigarette.
Oh,
that was the closest they would allow it.
That's so weird that they wouldn't allow a guy that smoked tons to be smoking in the movie.
I know. I think I kind of see both sides of it. To me, I think it's insane because it's like, well, now you're just you're glossing over something that was true. But at the same time, you have a lot of kids that look up to Walt Disney and that corporation. It's like, well, if Walt Disney smoked, I can smoke.
Yeah, I guess so. That's probably the only occasion where you visual. You teach what you do. What's that expression?
Do as I say and not as I do.
Yeah. No. We're actually, if kids see something, they're going to do it.
Oh, like monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah. But that's really like a real thing. If Walt Disney's smoking, actually, like I'm not gonna play Grand Theft Auto and then run over a prostitute and shoot someone in the face in the street. But
right. Well, we're getting closer to that day coming, but not yet.
Yeah. But if I saw Walt Disney smoking as a kid, I think, oh, smoking's cool.
Yeah. No, totally. And remember you used to be able to get those Popeyes candy cigarettes? Oh yeah, Coors Banquet.
Yeah, I have to.
You remember those Popeyes candy cigarettes you get as a kid?
Yes, yeah. They still make them. Now they don't call them cigarettes.
Fuck off. Do they really?
They call them Popeye candy, yeah.
I remember you used to get those the candy pipes as well, and they had a red part coming out of the end. But
they still sell those.
Jesus, no, they fucking don't. Really?
Yeah, they do. That's like an adult candy. That's like black licorice, and the red is like another thing.
Yeah.
I hate black licorice.
Do you really? So you don't like Sambuca? You're not a Sambuca guy?
No.
Oh, I don't mind. See, Sambuca's kind of Jaeger adjacent, so I get that because you're not a Jaeger guy.
No, Sambuca is gross.
I've
had it before, though.
Do you call it Zambuca, like with a Z?
Yeah, isn't that what it's called?
No, it's Sambuca with an S. It's Sambuca, not Zambuca.
Oh.
Which is fine. I mean, to each their own. You don't drink the fucking stuff, so what's it matter? Did I ever tell you that one time? I think I did tell you that one time that my buddies and I, they'll remain nameless. We drank an entire bottle of Sambuca one night, and then I might even say this on the podcast. Then he woke up the next morning. My buddy woke up the next morning. He was pissing blood.
You said this on the podcast.
Yeah. Good old Sambuca. I should get a bottle and keep it in the freezer.
Oh, it's terrible.
If you keep, I like going to someone's house, opening the freezer, and them having a bottle or two of booze in there. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's great. Yeah, but I don't Sambuca. Why would you drink any Sambuca? Whatever the fuck it's called. Why would you ever drink something with that much flavor? I just it's too potent. It's like Jägermeister.
It's got a very distinct flavor. I don't know if the flavor is more overpowering than any other liquor.
When you drink booze, I want it like a hard drink, like but not like
you want a burning sensation.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when you pee. You want the same feeling going down your throat as when you pee.
Yeah.
When you pull from a bottle.
Of course.
When you take a pull, you want it to burn down your throat as much as it burns. You want it to burn as much going in as when it comes out.
Precisely.
Gotcha. I'm picking up what you're putting down now. Well, that's great. I mean, to each their own, right?
Yeah.
Sambuca, that's an Italian. Is it considered a liqueur?
It's Italian liqueur, I'm pretty sure.
I have no fucking idea. You think we would know?
It's not a high percentage either, is it?
Sorry for coughing.
He's got COVID.
Yeah, I'm a little. I don't know if I have COVID yet. I'm a little under the weather. Happened today. What is it? What?
Oh, you hit the nail on the head. It's a Italian flavored liqueur.
Liqueur, which is just a fancy way of saying it doesn't have as much booze in it.
Yeah. Oh,
right, that's
look at the bottle. Oh, look at the bottle. It's making me sick.
That's the difference between a liquor and a liqueur, right? Liquor has more alcohol. Is that it?
Oh, wait, what?
Well, what's the difference between a liquor and a liqueur? I always found liqueurs were lower
I'm
percentage
looking it
and
up
flavored.
right. It says it right here. Liqueur, composed of distilled spirits and additional flavoring such as sugar, fruits, herbs, and spices.
Yeah. So liqueur
often served with a dessert.
So liqueur is less alcohol and more flavor, whereas a liquor is just like, here's your medicine, take it, your medicine.
Yeah, like liquor is like 40%. Liqueur is like 12 or 18.
Sorry about the clearing my throat. Yeah, not
feeling. Get to the COVID.
Not feeling. Well, I don't know if it's COVID. You gotta, let's take it one step at a time here, buddy. I'm not feeling the best. I have a rockin' headache. Well, I did. I took some Advil and some Tylenol, and I'm feeling pretty good now. Headache's gone. It's good.
Might just be a common cold.
It could be. Yeah, could be. I'm gonna rule out COVID though, so I got a test booked for tomorrow. I'm gonna go and do the drive-through thing. This will be my third time. Third time's a charm.
I've done 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wasn't one of them for
the commercial
job though? Yeah. For that,
yeah.
For Macy's, right? Macy's commercial. Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did 2. I did 2 tests when my wife got COVID. I got tested as soon as we found out, and then right at the tail end of my quarantine, just to make sure, just to rule it out, kind of peace of mind thing.
There it is. Yeah.
And so I have one booked for tomorrow. So just try. It's So you did when you got yours done? Did you go through a drive-through one? Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, and it was like an hour-long way. I remember.
It was fucking disaster. Yes. And then some lady's fucking battery went in her car, and they didn't. And then they didn't even say that I could drive around. And it was in the middle of an empty parking lot. I still waited behind her. It was idiot.
We talked about this on the pod. Yeah, I'm getting your Irish up. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
The one here in Burnaby, quite smooth. The 2 times that I've been to it, I don't think I had to wait longer than 10, maybe 15 minutes tops. It's very, very, very. I don't know what the one you booked at though. They book them in 15-minute intervals. The one I'm going to. So you show up right for do not show up early. Show up right for your time slot.
Oh, I didn't even get a time slot. You just wait in line and go in.
That's probably why then. Yeah. So it's 2:45 tomorrow. I'll probably get my results back Friday. I'm supposed to work Friday, so I'm probably not gonna be able to do that. We'll see. But yeah, I'll have to figure that out. And then I have a vacation. I have 10 days off or so. We were supposed to drive back to Alberta. Not doing that anymore. And wouldn't that just be my fucking luck to get COVID right over all my days off? Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be fantastic?
It would be a triumph.
Sorry, I'm gonna try and cough and clear my throat off mic so it's not right in your ears. But I might miss the occasional one. But yeah.
You're really feeling sluggish right now?
Honestly, not too bad right now. I got my pot of tea right here. See, nice pot of tea, nice pot of Earl Grey.
Yeah.
That I've been sipping on.
When you lifted your pot of tea, I could see my reflection in it.
Could you really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Wow, look at that.
That's wild.
It's a nice pot of. My mother-in-law says you never wash a pot like that you keep tea in. You only rinse it out and then you let it air dry. Oh. Have you heard that?
I wouldn't know to hear it because I don't care.
You don't drink tea. You're not like our boy Shay, big tea drinker over there.
Oh no, I drink tea, but I never use a pot. I just put the bag
you just get
in the cup.
you like steeping it. You like steeping it in the mug.
Yeah, it's deep and steep. That's my motto.
Would it be deep and steep or steep and deep?
I think it's steep and deep.
No, you're right. It'd be deep and steep, right? Because first is the length at which you're drilling, and then you're steeping it. You're keeping it in there.
You're going in steep, and it's going in deep.
That's kind of like every junior high Christian's first experience, right? It's like I'm just gonna put it in, and then if we don't move, God won't see it. It's like a T-Rex. That's how a lot of Christian junior high kids experience sex for the first time.
I'm just gonna put it in.
They equate it to Jurassic Park, I think, or it's like if we're not moving, God can't see us.
I don't think that's what happens.
I think we'd both be surprised at how much that particular mental gymnastic.
Also, if God did exist, is He watching over you at all times? That means even he or she or they.
They or they.
Yeah, they. But that's like, what about when you have loved ones that pass away and you think that they're watching down on you
the whole time? Can they check in whenever? Yeah.
Yeah. What? Do they take breaks?
That's a violation of my privacy.
There must be a way to turn that off.
I mean, not on our end. Not on our end, buddy. Maybe on their end.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either, because then you got to think about it. Well, that's a terrible example, but like, what happens when pedophiles die? They just hang out at schools.
They're all God's creatures.
They just hang out at schools then, if they can just check in on whoever they want, whenever they want.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
You ever think about that? Hey, religions, answer me that one. Or is
but
it?
I think if you're a pedophile, that's
a
a disorder. I think you lose all of the disorders you had once you pass away, right? You're
that sounds
clean
like
slate.
That sounds like a great religious explanation to me. That's you nailed it.
I have
you
no
nailed
idea.
it. No. When you shed this mortal coil, you also shed all of your terrible proclivities.
Yeah, your sins.
Yes, I get it. They all get.
Isn't that actually what? Yeah, that is.
Well, I mean, I can only speak to Catholicism because that was my particular brand of indoctrination.
If you repent, all your sins are forgiven.
Which again, it's like on your deathbed, you're like, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, come on through. Or you go to purgatory, right? And then purgatory is where you're purged of all your wrongdoing. You still need a bit of time to cook.
I remember in school when we did Sunday school, or not Sunday school, just like a religion class in high school. The number one question always asked was, if you get baptized right before you die, then you're fine, right?
Yeah. See what I mean? Everyone, even children, are looking for those loopholes.
And the teacher was always so annoyed. That's because it's
Why?
like, well, because it is so silly.
If you're gonna sign up to be a fucking Sunday school teacher, you best be prepared to answer that question at least once a week. That's what I can't.
Oh, it was always asked.
I can't stand people that sign up for a job like that and then they complain about it. It's like, well, of course. What do you expect?
So I can be a killer my whole life and then get baptized right before I die and go to heaven?
Yeah. So it's almost like a burden knowing about whatever religion you prescribe to early in life. Do you know what I mean? Because you could live your whole life being a dick or doing whatever you want, right? And then you, like, say you're 70 and you find out about religion. And you're like, oh my God, really? Well, baptize me now. I'm golden.
Yeah, I can't comment on any other religion. I literally know nothing about the other religions in the world.
Me neither, but there's a lot.
I know, that's what I mean.
No, and that's why, I mean, my brother, God love him, and I'm sure he does. I'm sure God loves him. I'm still very religious, and then him and I get into debates and stuff, or he'll hear me make a comment like any of the ones I've just made, and he'll say, "Well, why do you always pick on that religion? Why do you always pick on my religion?" I'm like, "Well, that's because that's what I know, you know, right? What you know."
Yeah,
I don't make fun of other religions because I don't know them. I mean, I could spend time getting
to
know them.
Like everyone always talks about, what's that? The Quran. Is that the?
That's Muslim, I believe. That's their
Muslim
spiritual
version,
text.
Yeah. You know, everyone always mentions it, but has anyone actually ever read that fucking thing? Like,
I'm sure that there are several million people at least that have. Yes.
No. Okay, sorry, that's the wrong.
You mean the people that make fun of it?
Yeah, that criticize it. Yeah.
Right.
Has anyone ever fucking read it?
That's a great point. Because I think you're right. I think there's a lot of people that criticize stuff like that, and they don't even bother. Like they get.
Yeah, like how can you start a debate on something you've done zero research on?
Well, but that's what most people do, right? They'll read a headline of an article, or they'll read a sentence on a tweet, and then they'll extrapolate that to flesh out a story in their entire, like a story in their mind, and then they'll use exactly, right? And that's a lot of people. So
it's a lot of people nowadays.
Well, it's because it's easier to access it, right? You see a headline that gets you fired up, and you're like, well, where's the headline coming from? What does the article say? Who wrote it? Like, can I back it up at all? That would take, well, first of all, it would take some logic. And I'm not saying people aren't capable of it, but when you have emotion, when your first instinct or your first go-to reaction is emotional, that's extremely hard to override. And then go, okay, hang on, I'm going to, like, you know what I mean? It takes.
What do they call them? Keyboard cowboys.
Now warriors, I think.
Oh, warriors. That's it.
Yeah. I feel like keyboard cowboys would be the antidote to the keyboard warriors. You know what I mean? I'm a keyboard cowboy. I'm just gonna go fuck shit up. Keyboard warriors. I can't say that 3 times fast. Keyboard warriors. Keyboard warriors.
Fuck it.
Oh, I can do it. Wow, look at that.
Don't even try.
I don't know. They're just all loud, obnoxious. Like everyone's complaining that about the Dr. Seuss books. Like they're censoring Dr. Seuss. They're doing this. They're doing that. I mean, if you read an article that they're no longer being published, you might think that, or if you read a headline. But if you delve into it, the people that are publishing the books, like the company itself, is going, yeah, we're not going to publish them anymore. We don't want to. No one's telling them they can't. They're like, yeah, we're not going to do it anymore. We're good. Then everyone's up in arms that they're being censored. No, they're not doing it.
Well, I think they've got a little bit of pressure from the people that comment on the books.
I have not heard any pressure at all, and I've looked.
Yeah, the state of Virginia, the Virginia School Board stopped.
Man, school boards ban books all the time. Like they've.
I don't know. I've been to school in
Oh man, so many school boards all across the world, especially different parts of the states, though, will ban certain books for like. There was a school board in, I don't know if it was somewhere in the southern states, that banned Harry Potter because of witchcraft. Like they ban books all the time. Have you watched WandaVision yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well you know that like Scarlet Witch is a witch, right?
Yeah, I'm on the episode 6, I think.
Yeah, okay, so like, but like it's not spoilers saying that. Like, anyways.
The last episode, the end of the last episode I watched, it introduced Quicksilver.
Okay, gotcha. And you haven't watched another one since? Wow,
No.
that's some impressive self-control.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, that's one thing I was wondering about watching it though. It's kind of like, oh, they're going heavy into like the magical witchcraft stuff in Marvel, and I wondered how that would go with some more conservative groups.
Oh, the Christians.
Well, not just Christians. I mean, they're definitely part of that group, that umbrella. But there's lots of, as we were talking about, lots of different religions, lots of more conservative types of people. So
there is a new M. Night Shyamalan series on Apple TV out, and it's fucked.
Really? I think maybe I saw something about this, but I didn't know it was out yet, or you've been watching it?
Yeah, I watched the first episode. It's called The Servant. It's so fucked up.
Okay, lay it on me. What's it about? Can you give me a quick Cole's notes without spoiling too much? If you watched the first episode, I don't care. You can spoil the first episode.
Oh, seriously?
Well, I don't.
I guess it does. It kind of shows it in the. So it's about a couple in New York City where you find out that they lose their baby after like 13 weeks.
Like the baby died.
Yeah, the baby died.
Okay.
So
after
it's like a couple months old.
Oof, that's rough. How'd the baby die?
It hasn't told you yet, but
Okay.
but the mother had a psychotic break when the baby died, so they had to put in a fake baby so she can
Didn't we see a trailer for a movie like this a couple years ago?
I don't know.
Did they take it? Maybe I'm thinking of the trailer for this thing, but I'm wondering if they took it and made it into a series.
Oh, maybe it was for this. But okay, so now the mother is so crazy she thinks she's not crazy, but she's like has to cope.
She had a psychotic break. Yeah.
The psychiatrist says that they have to have this baby to help her find her way back to reality or whatever.
So this fake baby is supposed to be used to help her get back to normal. Like right.
Yeah, and the husband's
does it go the other way?
No. So they hire a young nanny who's like 20 years old. It's like
nice.
And you don't really know what the hell this nanny's about.
Yeah, some help.
And the nanny. When the mother goes to work, the dad's like, okay, you can drop the act. She's gone. And the nanny's still in on it. And you're like, what the fuck?
So it makes it seem like the dad's the crazy one.
You don't know what's going on.
Right. So
she's like the dad's like miserable. They're like a successful New York couple. They live in like a brownstone apartment.
Yeah.
And the dad's like, fuck, like what the fuck? Like,
and now this guy's being gaslit by his 20-year-old nanny.
But yeah, so you don't know what the hell's going on. And then the end of the first episode, he works from home. He's a chef that makes meals and takes pictures of them, and then sends recipes out to like.
So he works like HelloFresh.
Yeah.
So he's like a HelloFresh cook and then photographer. Gotcha.
The nanny says she's got to go out to get stuff and to make sure the baby's okay. And he's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, it's a doll.
Like it's like Psycho. Like and the nanny plays such a good job of being like a weirdo.
Yeah.
And then when she's out,
does he hear the baby crying?
Yeah, the baby cry. And then he goes upstairs and there's a fucking real baby in the thing.
Get the fuck out of here! So now he's seeing a real baby.
Yeah, that's the first episode.
And
you're like,
is it getting released weekly?
Yeah, and you're like,
right.
What the actual fuck?
No fucking way am I starting this without all those episodes dropping.
Oh no! Sorry, they're all out. They're all.
They're all out.
No,
okay.
No, sorry. The first few couple are out.
Man, can I talk about your self-control for a second? Because if I have a show,
it made me too feel weird. I
was
couldn't watch
say,
it.
Yeah,
I felt like a nut job watching it.
Yeah. You'd have a panic attack.
It was too heavy.
WandaVision though, like that's your jam. That's your wheelhouse. It's all out right now, and you still haven't.
Yeah, I know. I gotta go back.
Wow, that's impressive.
But yeah, the show is weird.
It sounds like it's M. Night Shyamalan, right?
No, but the actors the wife does such good. Like it's just you're like what the fuck? You're just like this is they're nuts.
It makes you feel weird watching. it.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, and like you're incredibly. Sorry, my audio levels are spiking on the video there.
Sensitive?
You're incredibly prone to that. Like where like you're the perfect test audience, or you're the perfect audience. Just for a psychological thriller.
You mean emotional?
Well, no, I mean like because the way your brain works, you're just so tapped into what's going on and putting yourself there that like you are a director's wet dream. Do you know what I mean? Like if they're screening the movie and there's like just a bunch of views in the audience, they're gonna get exactly the reactions they're looking for.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
to the point
good
where it's
and
like
bad.
mass suicide because
It's
everyone's
a gift
so...
and a curse.
yeah. Well, it's a curse for you, but a gift to anyone that wants to elicit those reactions from anyone.
Yeah, like if I watch like a crazy psychological thriller or like a murder mystery or where the killer is like a weird serial killer, I feel like the killer after the movie's over.
Okay, you know what? That's a movie right there. That's like it's like Dexter, right? But like
no,
but like,
it's so weird. You feel
but
so
you watch
bizarre.
a movie of like how serial killer does things, and you're like, I have to try that now. And then your MO is different every kill.
No, not
Do you know what
that.
I mean? That's a great movie. That's a great movie idea.
No, you become so traversed in the
Or maybe
story.
a TV series where every episode you kill someone a different way based on a movie that you've seen, or like an episode of SVU or something.
Yeah, because you're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. That's good. That's exciting. What's the movie that's fucked you up the most, do you think? Was it Event Horizon? You said that one last week.
No, that just scared me. I just felt
okay.
weird.
So what's the movie? Can you think of a movie that fucked you up the most that you're like, what the fuck?
Seven.
Seven. Great. Yeah. Great example.
I had a fucking panic attack after I watched that movie.
Yeah. That.
It just made you feel so uneasy.
Well, you just keep spiraling with that movie, right? You just keep going down.
There's nothing good about it. Like even the imagery, it feels like just a hellish nightmare of a world they live in. Like it's just all fucked up.
Yeah, there's no
breathers.
Yeah. It's like once it starts, you just start going deeper and deeper down the fucking hole.
Yeah, even when they're in public,
Until you
you
end
think
up with
like,
the
oh,
box.
they're at like a restaurant or somewhere. None of that happened. It's all weird, atmospheric. The entire
I gotta
film.
watch that movie again. I think the movie that fucked me up the most psychologically, what's that fucking Ethan Hawke movie? Not Pandemonium.
Didn't we talked about this shit already? Oh, the one where he fucks himself like 5 different times?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
that one fucked me up.
Where he fucks all of his alter people.
Predestination, maybe? I'm gonna look it up. Hang on. Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, he has a kid with himself.
Isn't it Predestination? Yeah. He ends up fucking himself. And then like he has a kid from himself.
Yeah, and the kid from himself is the one that saves the world, isn't it?
It's so fucking weird. Predestination. Yeah.
I didn't mind that. It didn't fuck me up. I just thought it was.
It fucked me up. I watched that movie and I was like, "What is going on?" The writer also directed it.
Another movie. We've had this conversation about movies that have fucked you up. I told you to see Jacob's Ladder with Tim Robbins.
Right. Still haven't seen it.
That movie's so fucked up.
The director of Predestination, his next feature was Jigsaw. That's too bad.
Jigsaw?
Yeah, remember that one that came out? Like, remember like Saw 3D or whatever? Saw 7 was supposed to come out, or did come out, and it's supposed to be the last one. And then all of a sudden, like 5 years later, they're like Jigsaw, and it was...
Oh, I don't remember. Isn't that the name of the new one coming out?
No, the new one is called Spiral.
That's
from the Book of Saw. And it's Chris Rock. Chris Rock wrote it, and he starred in it. It was supposed to come out May
2020.
May 2020, I think, yeah. And then they pushed it to October, and now I don't know if it's got a release date on it, actually. That to me was a perfect movie, or at least seemed like it on paper, to release on premium VOD in October. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, I think it would have done. What do you think of the Bob Odenkirk movie coming out?
I think it'll be a ton of fun. I love Bob Odenkirk.
I think he's great. I just can't buy him as a tough guy.
I can buy him as like a Michael Douglas from Falling Down.
Yeah, but that's not tough though. That's just like just.
But
weird.
that's like but I don't think he's meant to be a tough guy from the trailer I saw. He's meant to be a guy. Or no, that's not true. Because didn't he used to work as like a fixer?
Like a fixer. Yeah, they went too far with that.
Yeah, Sam Jackson and Chris Rock are starring in this movie, and it's got a release date of May 21st. Okay. The film is scheduled to be released in the U.S. on May 21st after being delayed from its original release date of May 15th, 2020. So they kicked it down the road a year. Okay. I just thought for sure, but yeah, they finished filming on August 28th, 2019. That first Saw movie, that's so good. I love that.
Oh,
movie,
that was well made. Yeah,
it's fucking great. Like all the twists you don't see
and then the next 7 were hits.
Yikes! That's a big yikes. Well, they just became torture porn. Do you know what I mean? It became like how
just
can
like,
we think of something
Hostel. Remember they even did a Hostel.
God. Hostel. That movie was fucking. The first 45 minutes of that movie was just porn, just like sexual porn. And then the last 45 minutes was just extreme torture porn. There was a slew of those movies after Saw.
Yeah, I don't understand like how that Eli Roth guy got any recognition. All he did was just visual, like there's no finesse to it. Like blow torching a woman's eyeball out of her head is not.
I'm actually feeling ill that you said, like, oh, I'm already kind of like not feeling the best. Then when you said blow torching an eye and just thinking about like what an eye looks like. Melting.
Well, I mean, that's not crafty horror stuff. Like he was so. I mean, I think he did a couple of pretty interesting horror films. That Cabin Fever. Didn't he do Cabin Fever? You know
maybe.
where
I never saw that one. I loved Cabin in the Woods. Different. That's a different kind of movie. But
Cabin Fever was pretty funny. It's like a gross out. Young adult horror.
I'm not here for those movies. The gross out ones. Like Saw walked that line of being gross for sure, but also a good story. And then all those fucking torture porn ones. Like no, thank you. I don't.
There's a gross scene in Cabin Fever where they're having sex, and he says that it's getting slippery and that it's because her private parts are melty. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what, dude?
That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of horror that was the 2000s horror.
Okay, hang on. I think I might get it, actually. Like, that was fucking gross that you just said that. Also, just doesn't make sense, because if she's melting down there, why wouldn't he feel the heat?
I have no idea. They're both infected with some weird disease or virus that they got in the drinking water.
You know, do you think Armie Hammer watched all those movies and was like, that's why I want to get into acting?
Wait, are you serious?
Well, you know Armie Hammer and the whole like cannibal thing, right?
Oh, wasn't that all a made-up lie? Yeah, it was. Eli Roth did direct it. I knew it. Yeah, it was a classic, early thousands horror, the teen horror film.
Yeah, no, I know that well.
High school kids going on.
Remember Not Another Teen Movie?
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, there are all those like campy, horrible comedies that came out of like the Scary Movie franchise.
Well, that was good. That was well made.
The first one, again, the first one of all these, because they're coming, like they're breaking ground with a new idea.
The second one was pretty good too. It was still directed by Keane Ivory Wayans. Or how many did he direct?
I don't know. How many scary movies did they make?
Oh, like 5? The first 2 were okay.
I wonder if I can find out. Hang on, Scary Movie franchise.
In the second one, you know that clown from Poltergeist that comes to life in the movie? Have you seen Poltergeist?
Yeah. Did you see the new one with Sam Rockwell?
It wasn't very good. In the second Scary Movie, they make fun of that scene where the clown pulls the guy out of the bed, but then the clown wants out, and then you hear the clown go, "Hey, get your finger out of there!" to the guy, the guy that's.
Oh my God! Look at how many writers are on this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 writers on this thing. Jesus Christ! Yeah, they did 4. So 2000, 2001, 2003, then 2006.
Did he direct all of them? No way.
Then they did a 5th one in 2013. Well, the first Scary Movie.
Yeah, Keane Ivory Wayans only directed the first 2, and they all made fucking hundreds of millions of dollars, even the shitty ones.
Let's see number 5. Let's see how much this one made. Yeah, the budget was $20 million. It grossed $78.4 million.
Yeah, Scary Movie 3 budget was $45 million, and it made $220 million.
That's fucking insane.
And that one sucked.
But that's like horror movies and like however you split it, whether it's like a comedy horror or whatever, they're always the cheapest to make. And if you can, like, that's why, like,
oh my God, Scary Movie 4 was even worse than 3, and its budget was $45 again, and it made $178 million.
That's insane to me. Yeah, and then you can tell. Well, that doesn't make sense to me. Why did they make Scary Movie 5 have a budget of only $20 million? I guess they're like, yeah.
Like, Scary Movie 4 was like absolute dog shit. Like, it had Dr. Phil in it.
Yeah, that's bad. Directed by Malcolm D. Lee. What has he done? Undercover Brother, Soul Men, Scary Movie 5. Oh, he directed Night School. That movie with Kevin Hart that came out a couple years back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not a huge Kevin Hart guy.
Oh, Night School was pretty good though.
I didn't see it.
It had some funny parts.
Just not a huge fan of
Kevin Hart.
I respect the work ethic. That's for damn sure, but it's not my cup of tea. This is my cup of tea right here because I'm not feeling well. I feel like shit.
Oh, how you feeling now?
The headphones don't help because these ones are a little too tight.
Mm-hmm.
So it causes the headache to be painful, more painful.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now, why are you talking about that, though? That's not fun for me, you fucking dick.
Yeah, you're right, but it's fun for me.
All right, good stuff. So what's got you trudging this week? Anything you wanna lay bare?
Nothing really.
No,
Just everyday life.
Just everyday life, hey?
Yeah, just waking up, opening my eyes.
Did you watch the Oprah interview with Meghan and Prince Harry?
Yeah, I did.
You did? I did not.
Yeah.
What did you think? Did you watch it live?
I did.
Nice. Okay. Well, I mean, what the fuck else are we doing these days? You know what I mean? Did I read they got paid $70 million for that? Is that true?
Yeah, apparently.
How was the interview? Did it seem balanced? Did it seem...
I don't know anymore. I can't tell. The whole... I don't know if anyone's being genuine anymore because everybody has an agenda these days.
Right. I hate... and hate's a strong word, I know that. But I hate the royals in general. Anything to do with it. Weddings, all that bullshit. All that, that fucking... air of grandiose they all have, the fucking weddings with the goddamn fasteners everyone's wearing. I hate it all. I think it's stupid.
Oh, I think it's just tradition.
I think it's stupid tradition. I think it's one that you know what? John, did you see John Oliver's comments? Did you hear the John Oliver Colbert comments?
No, I didn't.
This is from 2018. I'm going to play it for you. Do you mind if I play it for you?
Oh, okay.
I'm going to find it here real quick. One sec. John Oliver Colbert. It's like making the rounds again now. I feel like my voice is giving out.
Uh-oh.
Need a bit of throat yogurt, you know what I mean? Okay, here we go.
Throat yogurt.
Okay, this is 9 minutes long. I don't want a fucking 9. I want the minute and a half clip that I saw. How about that?
Let's hurry it up.
I'm trying my best here, buddy. Nope, 9 minutes again. I'm gonna have to find it.
Is someone laughing in the clip while they're watching it?
Well, it's...
Yeah. I will say this. It won't make him happy. He'll die that way. Entire job was. I think that's his favorite part.
I don't know who they're talking about. Oh, here we go. I found it.
Think I want one of them. Well, I think the ceremonial aspect of being president is what he.
Okay, they're talking about the president now. Hang on.
His favorite part of a job that he has otherwise no interest in. Yeah, right.
They're talking about Trump. This is from 2018, by the way. This is when they got married.
Yeah, he's gonna watch the wedding and think I want one of them.
Oh, the 450. So, okay, so if I read, it says that they begin at the 450 timestamp, which I just didn't read. But we're at the... Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
He said he's not excited about the wedding.
Really? You gotta be. Really? Look, he's a Brit. He's marrying an American girl. You're British. You married an American woman. You got any tips for him? I would not blame her if she pulled out of this at the last minute. I don't think you need to have just seen the pilot episode of The Crown to get a basic sense of she
I never
might
watched
be
The Crown.
marrying into a family that could cause her some emotional complications. But this generation seems like nice people, right? They're all nice now, right? Yeah. I mean, they're an emotionally stunted group of fundamentally flawed people doing a very silly pseudo job. That's what she's marrying into. So I hope she likes it. It's going to be weird for her. I would not marry into the royal family. I'm a commoner. I would not be welcome, especially after what I've just said. I'm guessing the Queen is probably... Could you get a knighthood? Could you get a knighthood? Theoretically, I could. Yeah? She's probably ripping that up as we speak. There we go. Insolent little bastard, you're not coming now, are you? If you see other performers or comedians or something, if you see them get a knighthood, you go, what are you doing?
Yeah, what the fuck are you
accepting it? Yeah, if you see other people who satirize power and it's a little bit. It's just weird to kneel in front of another adult. It's odd. I know that historically you read and you see people kneeling down and kissing the ring. Yeah. It's a bit strange. It's an odd thing to still have. And
right?
I like.
Do you know how much we pay tax dollars that go to them? Do you know that?
Yeah.
To look at it both together. But that could be the most Guy Fawkes-based idea you've ever had.
Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love anyways.
The royal family?
Yeah, I think it's fucking stupid. I think the fact that everyone's so obsessed with it is stupid. I think that the fact that they're so obsessed with themselves is stupid. But it's a never-ending machine. Like, people are obsessed with it, so then they still get to keep their status, and because they have that status, people are obsessed with them, and it's a vicious.
Well, you're
cycle.
surprised that people are obsessed with the royal family when the Kardashians exist?
That's a great point, though. A lot of people have said that the Kardashians are basically America's version of the royal family, and that is such an apt description for what royalty would look like in America.
Yeah.
But
Trash?
I hate it all. I hate it all.
Sorry, I can't say trash. Oh yeah, they're trash.
I didn't watch the interview because I didn't want to. Not that me not watching it is really going to do anything, but I was just like, I don't want to spend 2 hours doing that. But I didn't really do much else. But you thought it was all right?
I don't even have a comment.
How about this though? How was Oprah's interviewing skills? Because she is fucking amazing at that, isn't she?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I've always thought, like, I remember, like, as a kid, watch like Oprah be on TV, and the way she's able to just to talk to people. I've since then, and like noticing what it takes to be an interviewer from all these different talk shows and stuff, listening to radio, whatever. I thought she's always like the watermark. Like she's it. She's the Mount Everest of interviewers. No, she wasn't good.
No, it was fine. I wasn't really paying attention. I was just listening to how they talk. I haven't heard Meghan Markle or Harry speak out in public.
Right. So you weren't listening to the content of the conversation. It was more just how they sounded.
Yeah, and how they spoke.
Great. Yeah. No, that's sure. I mean, whatever floats your boat, I guess.
I don't really care about it either way.
Okay, but you watched it.
I did.
Mm-hmm. All right. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I didn't enjoy. I kind of enjoyed it. It's interesting. It was interesting.
Do you think, based on what the interview, that they did the right thing in pulling the ripcord on the whole thing?
Well, yeah. Why would it matter if they did or they didn't?
I saw Piers Morgan quit/got fired from his Good Morning.
Oh, like he
Britain.
quit. But that was weird. That guy. I get the guy's opinion that was arguing with him. I watched that video too. It was the weatherman of like the morning show. I guess they gave him his opinion because it was valid because it was based on.
Well, I think it's based on something that they all saw. So like everyone's kind of got an opinion on it.
Yeah, but then he started taunting Piers Morgan about his date that he went on with Meghan Markle. So it was just like, well, of course he's gonna walk off. I watched the same clip. I didn't hear him say anything about a date that he went on. Yeah, at the end, right when Piers Morgan walked off, he's saying, and she rejected you or she left and she has a choice to, like, he was just baiting Piers Morgan to snap.
Well, did you see everything that Piers Morgan said about her?
Yeah. But bringing up that though was,
I don't think it was.
Even if he was right or wrong, it's still going to make someone pissed off. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, he's going to be pissed off.
I agree. I think
so. He's just doing the exact same thing that Piers is doing, but he's awesome, and that other guy that stormed off, like they're both just gawking at each other.
Yeah, I think when I was in the UK, I watched Good Morning Britain for like every morning. I'd get up and watch. So I'd like watch Piers Morgan, and I just felt like he was the stereotypical.
I've never seen him. I've never seen him. Didn't he have a show on CNN?
I think he did. Yeah, didn't he take over for Larry King at one point?
I don't know. Yeah, when Larry King was sick.
Yeah, so I think Piers Morgan is a stereotypical guy that like he'll dish it out, but he can't take it.
No, I know, but my point is they're both dishing it out. Like the other guy wasn't high and mighty; he was taking shots.
No,
they're both taking shots at each other.
Yeah, I don't think the other guy is, but like the fact that everyone else sat there while Piers Morgan spouted off, and then it was this guy's turn, and then Piers was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not listening to this." It's kind of like, okay, well again, actually, you can dish it out, but you can't take it.
Actually, what I saw, he was interrupting Piers half the time too. They're both interrupting each other.
I think. Well, maybe we're thinking of different clips then, because the one I saw, he had his like 2 minutes to speak.
Oh, no, the one I watched most of it, and they both cut each other off constantly.
Yeah, the one that I saw was like, okay, this is your turn to speak now, go ahead. And then that's where Piers Morgan stormed out.
No, he stormed out in the middle. So you must have watched an edited clip or something.
I mean, maybe.
He stormed out while the guy was still speaking.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it was this guy talking. It was his turn to talk, and then Piers Morgan was like, yeah, I don't listen to this, bye.
Oh, but that was when he started like taking shots at Piers not liking Meghan Markle for personal reasons. And that was like, well, what does this have to do with the conversation?
Yeah, I guess I don't think the personal reasons were they dated. I think the personal reasons were that he used to be able to have access to her, and she would like do interviews with him and stuff. And then she was like, "Yeah, not anymore." And then
No, I know, but it was because they went out to a bar for a drink. They actually went on like a date.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why would she do that?
I don't know.
And where would she do that?
He said they went to a pub somewhere.
How do you spell her name?
Megan.
Google will fix it. Oh yeah, pub date. You're right. Mm-hmm. Well, this is the mirror.
And then he was like, you could tell he was just taking shots at her, what not being into him.
Their friendship broke down spectacularly after she met Prince Harry.
Yeah. The guy was making fun of Pierce the entire time about that. But I saw where his point was coming from, because I guess he was saying, well, you're biased because she rejected you.
I think his point. Yeah. So
but it's still both of them just pissing each other off. It's not like constructive criticism,
right? And like those shows are never that constructive because it's just like, you're basically just watching people have an argument, so it's not that constructive. But
that's why it's just like, okay.
Yeah, but my point is that like everyone else there, and from what I saw in the 2 weeks that I was in the UK watching, would just kind of sit there and take it as Piers Morgan did whatever, and then when it's his turn to kind of sit there and take it, he's like, I'm not going to do that. Which I'm just kind of like, okay. I mean, then why are you like, don't dish it out if you can't take it?
I think he left because it was on too much of a personal level. I mean, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but still, I mean, he's also talking about it from a very personal point of view on television. It's not like he wasn't talking about it and then all of a sudden someone brings it up and then he just sits there. He's like, yeah, I didn't choose to talk about this, so I'm not going to deal with it.
Yeah, I guess so.
That would be one thing entirely. And that would be a real dickhead move on whoever did that. Look at this. I fucking said I hated the Royals and getting sucked into talking about it. What a fucking...
Yeah, who cares?
What a fucking joke.
It doesn't even affect our lives in the slightest...
No, it's just cannon fodder for the masses. That's all. And I guess that's kind of the point of the interview, right? It was to say that we've all just been cannon fodder. Yeah,
it's a publicity stunt.
And 7 million big ones.
I don't think they got that or something.
Or was it donated to charity?
Yeah,
maybe?
They didn't get paid that.
I could see them being like, yeah, here's what you're going to pay us, but then just make it out to charity.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't take that money.
I'm going to look it up right now. Paid around $7 to $9 million to Harpo for the interview rights. CBS paid $7 to $9 million to Oprah, to Harpo's production company.
Oh, and then she donated it.
Interesting. So CBS paid $7 to $9 million. They have the rights to it.
Oh boy.
And then that's all I can see apparently. Okay. Well, someone got paid a lot of money. I don't know who it was, but someone got paid a boatload. Harpo made a lot of money. I don't know if they dished any of that back out to CBS. Paid for the rights to air it. Will not make any money from the broadcast. Oprah's production company is reportedly set to benefit instead. So they basically just did it to do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Even though we're neighbors, that there's not been an agreement. Okay, yeah, they're not getting anything.
Yeah,
but apparently he's worth $50 million, so I guess they don't really need it. They're good.
Who's worth $50 million?
Prince Harry.
Oh yeah, Harry.
Yeah, Harry.
Harry's getting hairy.
Ew.
Harry Larry, huh?
I auditioned to play him in a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was one of the more bizarre auditions I've had.
I helped you with the audition.
Yeah, you did. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you had a fucking accent.
Yeah. I think it was literally because my like I have a red beard. They were like, "Yeah, is there any red in your hair? Great, let's see him." Didn't go past that though.
A friend of ours was in it. Remember making fun of him at a bar?
Oh, that's Corey. Right. Corey was in it. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. He was like douchebag number 1 or something, just like mocking him at a bar.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he in like a pirate outfit? Wasn't it like a Halloween setting or costume party or something? Yeah.
And I think that's how they met. It was when they met.
Right.
That's how Harry and Meghan met. They met at
some kind of costume party or Halloween party or something. Yeah, and then Corey was in there just giving him the gears. Just a stereotypical asshole.
Yeah, that's hilarious. That's
Good
a
for
riot.
Corey.
That's what you call a riot.
Good for Corey. Can you imagine Corey could have been giving me the gears? Well, let's be honest. I'm not right for that part. I'm not right to play Prince.
I don't remember who was the guy that played Prince Harry.
He's like a nice chap. It was a decent audition, though. It was a few pages. I got to do my British accent.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was terrible. Do you
No,
mean the audition or my accent?
No, your accent wasn't bad.
Oh, yeah. No, my accent was pretty good, actually. Fuck you. Been watching British TV my whole life.
Hello.
No, that's not what I did. I didn't do that. Hello, Megan. Hey, pip, cheerio, Megan.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor. Hello, Governess. Do you want to be the governess? No, I didn't do that. That's not what I did.
Hello, Governor.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Yeah. Never
No,
mind.
what were you gonna say? Do you have any? What are they called? Spotted liver? Is that a dish? I just made myself sick saying that.
Oh, liver and onions.
Oh God, no! I had my dad. My dad.
Liver and onions pretty good.
My dad tricked me into eating liver one time. We went to Quebec City. He was giving a presentation at a conference, and he took me.
Oh yeah. Did you guys?
we went to a restaurant. He was like,
Did you go on a date afterwards? Was it a date?
No, I dated the housekeeper. But we went out for dinner, and he was like, "Try this. It's pate." I didn't know what that was. It was liver. It was gross. It was like a circular-looking salami thing with a bunch of different colored circles in it. It was not appetizing. I was like, I don't like this very much. What is it? He's like, that's liver. I was like, yeah, I could have saved myself a bite of this had you told me it was liver. I'm not going to enjoy it. What am I, fucking Hannibal Lecter?
What, liver's pretty good.
Not the one I had.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and then serves him right though. He wanted to go to church, and so he found what he thought was a church, and it was a nice. I mean, in his defense, it was a very nice looking cathedral. But in Quebec, they had so many of them that they sold them off to different, like the government and stuff. And so the word on the side of the building was bibliothèque, which I knew was a fucking library. But my dad saw a Bible and he was like, classic.
No, bibliothèque means isn't it a duotang or a binder?
Bibliothèque's a library, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's not.
Well, maybe I saw the word bibliothèque underneath the word.
Bibliothèque is like a binder or
a bunch of
book.
books.
Yeah.
Bibliothèque. I don't know how to.
The fucking library.
Bibliothèque, French. It is a fucking library.
That's a lie.
It's a lie? Well, you can talk to Google Translate then, you ignoramus.
That's a library. Get it?
Nice.
That's a library.
Yeah, bibliothèque is a fucking. It also says bookcase. I don't know. That's my Quebec City story. I think I'm gonna have to cut this short. I'm sorry. I'm feeling like absolute shit right now.
Really? You're feeling bad?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty shitty. I'm gonna have to. I'm just cut this short.
What a loser!
Yeah, I know, right? Sorry, Trudgers. I couldn't even trudge it through a whole episode this week. I apologize, but yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to go take some meds or something. So, thank you all for listening. Thank you for sticking with us. We love you. And we'll be back trudging next week unless I'm dead.
Yeah.
Maybe I can. Maybe I'll record. Maybe I'll podcast from events later. I don't know. We'll see if we can set that up.